Hello and good evening. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Gregson. Welcome to Shifting Lanes. And yes, it is evening out. As you can clearly see, it is night. And today, I'm giving the Volvo V70R a very big upgrade, but it has nothing to do with the car. It actually has a lot to do with what's behind me on the floor. Tonight, I'm installing my quick jack so that I can get up under the V70R and see exactly what's going on and what's wrong with it. So let's get to it because this is gonna take a while. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. We here at Shifting Lanes make videos on our project cars. We also do reviews of our press cars that we get from the manufacturers, and we also do press drives and lifestyle drive events. So if you like any of those three things, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up at the end of the video if you liked it. So let's get to exactly what we're going to do tonight. So I was generously, well, not generously, I actually purchased this, but I was given a discount by the guys over at QuickJack, which is owned by BendPack. And if you know BendPack, they do 4-post lift, 2-post lifts, and you can buy them for your garage. But unfortunately, my garage, as I pan up and you can probably see, it's not very high. That's the top of the Volvo, and the top of the ceiling is right here. It's not exactly conducive to a 4-post lift or a 2-post lift or any lift, especially with the garage doors right here. So with that being said, this quick jack is exactly what we need. This is really all you need if you're doing basic DIY maintenance. Of course, 4-post lifts and 2-post lifts are gonna be the best, but this is an amazing alternative. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. We're gonna go over what we have, the tools we need, and then we're going to get started. So let's go check it out. So what do we have here? We have 1, 2 lifts. Basically, these are what's going to go under your car. We have long hydraulic cords, short hydraulic cords, some frame rails, as well as the power unit. Now, so this is basically everything you get when you order a quick jack. The only thing it does not come with is over here, and that is transmission fluid. So you're going to have to get, they recommend in the installation video to get Dextron ATF, or automatic transmission fluid. Actually, not correct. You also get these blocks. These blocks will go up underneath your car where the jack points are to help safeguard the bottom side of the car. You'll also need tools, and I have some PB Blaster on hand just in case. And you'll also need a little funnel for the transmission fluid. So that's all you're going to need for when you do this. Let's get started, because this is basically just a quick install, and I'm going to follow the instructions exactly. First thing we're going to do is we're going to connect all of these lines to the both sides of the rail, and then after that we'll hook up the power unit to these longer ones, and then we're going to put everything together, put it up underneath the Volvo, and then lift the car up. So let's get started. Okay, I've gone ahead and closed the garage doors because, as you probably saw in the last part, I actually pressurized the cylinders here. So there's a little air cylinder here that kind of acts as like a brake for when you're actually putting the unit down. So I pressurized these to 50 psi, and I basically fitted all of the pipes, all the fittings for every hose and both jack sections. So what we're going to do now is, now that that is all set up and complete according to the rule book and the instructions, we're going to set up the power unit, and then the power unit basically will power everything here that you see here, and will raise the platforms. So we will do that now. So let's get to that and see where it takes us. Okay, the power unit is set up. Now, we attached two fittings here for everything to fit together. This is actually an older model, which is interesting enough. If you've seen me kind of going over there, I'm actually verifying everything I'm doing with the Quick Jack YouTube video for installation. So that's what I've been checking on along with the instructions. So these actually, I believe in a different model, have well, they're more connected to the actual unit. They don't have these little separations here, these extra pieces with thread tape, so you don't really have to do that. This piece itself actually has an O-ring and a thread that you can kind of just put in there. I believe they had this in a different model, or an older model. So I connected those two. The transmission fluid leaked all over the place. That's why you see there's a rag here with a ton of it kind of all over the place. They said to put in 2.5 quarts. I put in 2.5 quarts almost exactly. The other bottle is right there with the remnants, and there's a little gauge on the side of it, a little clear thing that says how much you have left. That says even more than half. So this took less than 2.5 quarts. I believe this is a smaller unit than the one on the video. So just be forewarned, put in 2 and really pressure test how much you need after that. So this only took 2, maybe a quarter, maybe a third, and then it started to kind of spill out all over the place. So it's all cleaned up, we're good. And now we're gonna hook up everything and see if it works. So let's check that out. All right, clearly it is the next day because, well, it's, you know, daylight. It was getting a little late. This was getting a bit noisy. My son was asleep upstairs. It was midnight, and it wasn't really working that well. So everything's connected, everything is in good shape that way. What happened was this one down here, this one was not pressurized properly, and it was very jittery, like it was going down in almost stages very slowly. So I've repressurized both cylinders with the air compressor, and I'm gonna try again. It was going up and down last night, but it was very, very wonky, and the last thing you want is for either section to kind of raise individually or off kilter. Also, you don't want it lowering like that, because you're gonna have a 35 to 4,000 pound car on it. The last thing you want is something to be off. So we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna bring everything up and down, bleed the system, and see exactly what happens. So let's do that, and then we should be able to, fingers crossed, put this underneath the Volvo and lift it up. So let's try that. Okay, after much noodling, I believe we are ready to go. The pressure on each of these is very finicky. So if you have one and you have one of these and you're setting it up, be sure the PSI in each of these smaller cylinders here on each of the jack stands, they are exact or as close as humanly possible, or else you're going to get one's going down before the other. Within the last few inches, it's fine because they're not even touching the car. But I've had to work with this for about an hour and a half to get the PSIs right because I don't have great inline pressure gauges, and I'm working with a 12-volt inflator, which is basically something that just plugs into your cigarette lighter. So without further ado, let's try this. Awesome. So they go up at the same time, which is great. You have your lock here, which basically this is in a locked position. You lift it up, that's unlocked. So what these do is basically there's a notch here, and there is basically a hook, or the piece of metal down here kind of just goes right into it. And if you want to unlock it, you just lift it up and that's it. Same thing over here. Unlock it, and then you grab your power and you hit down. Now they should go down at the same time. Mine, like I said, are very finicky. They are going down at relatively the same pace. You can hear audible clicks when these go over. And they should go down at relatively the same time, and you're good. So I'm gonna put these underneath the Volvo, and as these go down, we'll once these are all the way down, we'll put them underneath the Volvo and we'll raise the Volvo up, and that will do it. Okay guys, moment of truth. It is placed underneath the Volvo. You're watching this in real time. I haven't done this yet. You're watching it with me. Let's see if it works. All right, so the front is a little bit off the ground. The back is not. I believe it's a little too far forward. We're gonna put it down, and then we're gonna reposition and try again. Okay, take two, here we go. Oh yeah, awesome. It totally works, and we have a lift. All right, she's locked and up. Guys, we have a lift. Whew. Okay, so that was a task and a half, but we have now a working lift. This is rated for 5,000 pounds. The Volvo's at 3,800 pounds. This thing is good to go. It's very solid. I'll probably put some stuff under the tires, maybe raise it up to its second locking point and put another set of tires underneath for added security and safety. Maybe even put some jack stands underneath it as well, just to make sure that we are not gonna have the car falling off when we work on it, because it'll be shaking, even though these are pretty stable. And if you go shake the car, you're not going to actually knock it off. It's almost impossible. And if you go to Quick Jack's site, you can see them actually running into it and trying to knock it off. They can't do it. So that's it. We have it set up. The next video you see will be me attempting to tackle why this car won't start with the ignition coils and the spark plug changes. And I have some great suggestions on how to get that snapped torque screw out of there, and can basically just access the engine the way I should for the coils and the sparks. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give this video a thumbs up. We're going to be working on this car. Well, I'm going to be working on this car very soon. And yeah, if you like it, share it, and stay tuned for plenty more to come. So thank you so much for watching again, and I will catch you next time. See ya.